Hey, everybody.
Good afternoon, good evening, good morning to everyone who is here. And Stephen, next time you're going to do a Chris Jericho impression, I'm going to have to bitch slap you.
Okay. Bye, guys.
How are you, my friend?
I'm doing all right, buddy. How you been doing?
I'm alive. I'm breathing.
I really wasn't thinking of that. But...
Well, there you go. It was your Chris Jericho impression, and we do not approve. How have you been, my friend? What's been happening in your world?
I'm doing all right, buddy. Everything's been doing all right. How you been doing, my friend?
Why am I seeing you evolve stream by stream? Good question. Good question. You never know. Next there'll be a lot more. I'm alive, breathing here. It is Saturday afternoon here in Australia, Friday night for you guys in America, and Saturday morning for everyone else in the UK. So, and wherever else you are in the world, I have no idea what your time zone is. Next, I'll have a lumberjack beard. I had a lumberjack beard, but I also had a job interview, which is why it went to this. So
I tried growing a beard myself, and man, I just can't stand it. It just itches me to death all the time. and not only that, eating food and you get hair and you're trying to no offense.
Yeah.
But I tried it. It's just not my style.
That's fine. That's fine. Everybody goes through different styles, so it's all good. Mm-hmm. It's good cold protection. You are not wrong. You are not wrong. But when you're working around food, you can't really have a beard, so it kind of sucks. Even though I'm in hell heat. Fair enough. Fair enough. So we are here for the Dynamite review, 5-year review. We are doing this week's episode, which is the Wardlow versus Cody in the cage, first ever steel cage match of AEW. And technically it's episode 8, but it's episode 8 of 2020. It's not actually here. Yeah. It's not actually episode 8. It's episode 8 of 2020. And this is before the lockdowns. This is before we get any COVID protocols or anything like that. So there's a lot of things that happen in a few weeks after this episode. So yeah. People ask where's Waldo, but the real question is where the hell is Wardlow? You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Well, I don't know if you know, Alex, but Wardlow's been into a car accident, and he's also had some mental issues. That's the reason why you don't see him on TV.
Yeah. This is a stacked show in some regard, but it's not a super stacked show, if that makes sense. Like we start the show off strong with this 10-man or 10-team tag team battle royal.
I enjoyed that battle royal. I enjoyed that match.
Winners will advance to face whoever the tag team champions are at Revolution, because we also have the where is it? Do I have it here? No, I don't think I do. But we have we also have Hangman and Kenny, who are the tag team champions, facing the Lucha Brothers on this show. So, yeah, it is a bit of a stacked card. Like, there's not many matches, but it is stacked because of the main.
AEW still in their rookie stage, you know.
Yeah, it was the early shows. They were still finding their footing. They were getting used to it. This match alone opens the bloody show. So this is a 10-team, so 20-person battle royal, and it opens the show. It was a tag team battle royal for the number one contendership at Revolution. My takeaway from this was that Sammy Guevara, who's not even in the match, cops an absolute brutal fucking super kick from Matt Jackson.
Yeah.
Right towards the end of the match. It's insane. Like, obviously we've got TH2, we've got all the tag teams, Private Party and all that.
Red Dragon.
It ends up coming down to LAX or Santana and Ortiz versus the Young Bucks. But Nick Jackson actually gets eliminated earlier. So it ends up being Matt Jackson versus Santana and Ortiz. Yeah, that damn super kick was insane. Alex says, well, it's Sammy. What do you expect? He doesn't need a match to end up killing himself with a cell. But I was surprised he didn't do a backflip with that kick.
Yeah.
ABJ is as high as a kite. He wants us to get naked. Not on this stream, maybe, Jay. Maybe in the Discord later.
No, I'll be stream already destroyed. Discord.
YouTube would pull us down. You can come on and get naked on the stream if you want to, ABJ, but I'm not. Solid showing for all the teams that were involved in this match. I think it was a really good showcase of what they had, and it was a different style for what we'd seen in regards to tag teams and number one contendership. We hadn't seen a battle royal much with any other company, so I'm hella surprised he hasn't figured out a way to do one of those Street Fighter KOs when it's in slow motion and they fall. I'm sure they would. I'm sure he would if he could. Nudity isn't my thing. I'm more of a bully.
Anthony Bully.
I mean, Bubba Ray Dudley made a fucking living out of being a bully, didn't he?
Yeah.
But that's a different story. So this match is a good opener to the show. As I said, it is definitely something different from what we had seen up until that time. We hadn't really seen a tag team battle royal in any company. I think that AEW did it quite well. And obviously we were going with the story here with the Young Bucks winning this match. So there was going to be a story. There you go, Bully Ray. They got hit in the balls.
Hit the tables.
After that, we go to MJF backstage talking, giving a pep talk to Wardlow. And then we see Cody being shown walking backstage with Pharaoh and Brandy. Not much to say about that.
Yeah.
Wasn't super fantastic. Bully ABJ. MJF, my jealous fan. By the way, ABJ, that sounds like you're asking people to bully you. Do you have a bullying kink? And no comment if you do. No kink shaming here. We go to our second match of the night, which Britt Baker is on commentary. Our second match is Chris Statlander versus Shana. What to say about this is the fact that this is obviously alien Chris Statlander. Shana, whatever you want to call her, she is with the company up until 2021. But she ends up being released and her contract not being renewed due to the fact that she's apparently been bullying people backstage. Mm-hmm. So that's why we haven't actually seen her. I think she was a great talent, but it definitely was. It was definitely one of those things that she could have been a big star, but backstage she was obviously a bit of a problem. So
she's been at least a 10-year pro too. So as international, she's like at least a 10-year pro.
Yeah, she'd been wrestling for years. Great talent, terrible personality. Yeah, she was. I wonder who else was like that. Punk. Look, I like Punk, but still, after what happened at All In and All Out and all that sort of stuff, I can't forgive that sort of shit. Like, I know that there's more to the story, but at the end of the day, I'm not a fan of him. So,
sure, everybody's got different opinions about Punk, you know.
Maybe a family person of a person from the Pinnacle. Quite possibly. So we had the Chris Statlander versus Shana match. Shana wins, or Shana loses this match, and then we go to a Nyla Rose Riho video package where Nyla Rose has won the belt off of Riho. We then move on to the next segment, which is Tony Schiavone interviewing Nyla. And I got to say, Nyla makes a great women's champion here. What do you think?
Yeah. She's been champ for quite a while, wasn't she?
At that point, she'd only just become the champion. She says that this was going to be her only reign, and she says also that she should have been the first champion and that she should have been the face of the company. To end this segment, we end up getting Chris Statlander coming out to confront Nyla, and she goes to boop Nyla, but instead boops the title. And then Big Swole comes out and lays claim to a title shot as well. So you've got, at this point in time, you've got a variety of people moving into the scene and going through the scene. So no comment.
Well, yeah.
Why looking like Jacob Fatu with that stare?
Yeah, you think of Alex. She does look like Jacob Fatu with a wig.
A perm. Jacob Fatu with a perm.
Okay, we're canceled.
We are going to be so fucking cancelled so quickly. It's going to be crazy. There you go. Oh, God. Next up, we get a video pack. We're running through this so damn quickly right now. It's insane. We then get a video package for this match right here, which is Jon Moxley versus Jeff Cobb. So we're getting a video package of Jeff Cobb and his domination in Japan and the shit that he's done in Japan and how he's a hired hitman for Chris Jericho. Honestly, strong match. Definitely an absolutely strong match.
Jeff Cobb's awesome in the ring. Sorry. Jeff Cobb's awesome in the ring.
You're not wrong. Even before the match starts, we get Jericho and Sammy and Hager coming through the crowd. Jericho and Hager and Sammy have bought tickets, apparently, which we all know what that means is that they just went back to the printer and absolutely printed the shit out of some fake piece of paper. Yes, he loves going on tours of the island. He really does. It's his power move, and it is brilliant. I think they could have done a hell of a lot more with Jeff Cobb in this scenario.
Yeah.
I like the fact that we got a really strong, really tough fought match here.
I enjoyed the match, Mox and Jeff Cobb. There was a lot of shenanigans at the end, though.
Oh, 100%. 100%. At the end, we get Mox pinning Jeff Cobb via a small package after he has suffered a suplex off the top ropes. So booking-wise or momentum-wise, it makes Cobb look a bit like shit because that move didn't land properly. And, yeah.
Well, Mox was, Cobb had like a...
Fucking hell, Alex. Just admitting to murder on a fucking live stream.
Alex, don't try this at home.
Alex admitting that he almost murdered his brother. That is not AEW. You're not wrong. Instead, it's try this in the backyard or on the concrete floor.
Backyard wrestling or something.
I did not say that. I did not say that out loud. We had then after the win, Jericho, Sammy, and Hager end up attacking Moxley. Dustin Rhodes comes out to make the save. Clearly, that doesn't work. And then where the fuck is it? Lights go out, and it is the return of Darby Allin.
Hey,
he got a pop. He got a pop.
He did got a pop, yeah.
And he surprisingly still gets pops. It's crazy.
Yeah, unfortunately.
AEW is probably like, please do this at home. The second rotation really helped me hit him onto the couch. Fucking hell, dude. Oh, Lord. But Darby's back after he'd previously been attacked by Sammy Guevara.
Yeah, skateboard in the throat, I believe.
Yeah, skateboard to the throat. He'd had a few weeks off, I think it was. And that's how they brought him back. So
he needed vacation.
Yeah. I mean, when doesn't he?
Yeah.
And true, it is better than a wooden floor or a concrete floor or the hard ground outside, which I've been back body dropped on before. But we won't talk about that.
Now, when I was a kid at my cousin's house, we had a trampoline. We used the trampoline as a wrestling ring.
When I was a kid, myself and my mum's friend's son used to wrestle in the backyard. And, yeah, I got back body dropped onto, like, solid ground. And then he landed on top of me, and he wasn't a small boy either. So... Yeah, it is not fun. It hurt. But you know what? We didn't know any better at that point in time.
No.
I did do that, and I hit a shooting star press. Did you hit the Brock Lesnar version of the shooting star press, or was it the actual shooting star press? And then after I flew up high and launched off the trampoline.
Yeah, did a Yokozuna leg drop.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway.
We then move on to our third match of the third match of the night.
Third match. Yeah, it's third match.
Yeah, third match of the night and second to last match of the show, actually. which is the Lucha Brothers, for some reason, coming out wearing jumpers instead of just being in their ring gear. They come out wearing jumpers. It's really, really weird. But
it is weird.
Yeah, I found that really, really weird that they came out wearing jumpers to the ring rather than just their ring gear. I was like, are they here to wrestle? Are they not? Are they here for just to talk? Who knows? Mm-hmm. Good evening, C. Henry. Welcome to the show. Thank you for joining us. And then next month, trampoline broke. I wonder why. Yeah, it was really weird that they came out with jumpers on. I don't understand that. This match was for the tag team titles, and it was noted that at that time the Lucha Bros were the only team to have previously pinned Hangman and Omega to secure the shot, essentially, for the title match. Mm-hmm. Omega and Hangman end up retaining the belts and are going to go on to face the Young Bucks at Revolution. The Young Bucks come out to help Kenny get up, and we get a little bit of back and forth between Kenny, the Bucks, and Hangman. Hangman ends up leaving through the crowd, grabbing beer on his way out.
Yeah, scared someone going some beer. He's taking some beer from the fans.
Yeah, he grabs a couple of beers on his way out, and the Bucks end up leaving with Kenny. So there'd already been the tension here, and they were playing on that tension factor. They were playing on the device, or not the divisiveness, the division. They were playing on a division here. It was good for what it was. Obviously, Revolution comes about, and that's a whole different story. We go into that. We won't go into that because that's not what we're doing right now. Yeah. We may do pay-per-views in the future, but that's going to be a hell of a long show if we have to break down a pay-per-view. So,
yeah.
And then
if my memory serves me right, though, Raz, I think they after that match, I think they started to disband Kenny and Hangman.
Yes. I'm pretty sure I remember correctly. The Young Bucks win the belts. Omega and Hangman disband, and we end up going on the tangent. This is before Kenny goes to face for the world title.
That's when Kenny and the Bucks turn heel, pretty much.
This is where, so not long after this, Kenny turns heel and goes on to face Moxley for the belt. And Moxley ends up Kenny ends up turning heel on Moxley and joining Don Callis. And that's when we start the whole belt collector gimmick as well for Kenny Omega, which ends up setting up Hangman versus Kenny at for the world title in the future. So
yeah, Kenny was been the belt collector. He was TNA World Champion too.
Yeah,
in the line with Don Callis.
Yep. We also get a video here in this section, which I don't have a still for, but it is showcasing the first ever collectible figures, the AEW Unrivaled Edition, Collector's Edition figurines, or action figures, whatever you want to call them. There's the Kenny, there's the Bucks, there's the Brandy, and the Cody. Yep. So really, it was one thing I found that AEW was doing right from the start. They got it right with their video packages. All their video packages were always good. They were really, really good and really, really high quality. I appreciated that. It was like, you're not just selling it on a backstage segment, you're selling it on multiple different places, and you're seeing different things, and it's like the trailer for a movie is what they were doing. So
I'm probably gonna get some heat, but I think the AEW figures are better than the WWE figures.
100% agree on that one. 100% agree. I've seen some of the WWE figures. Some of them are absolutely horrendous, and I question why people buy them.
Their face don't even hardly look like their face. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So the main event of this show, and the reason we're all here tonight, is this match, the steel cage match, Wardlow versus Cody Rhodes. It's one of Cody Rhodes' punishment from MJF, which we get once again another video package, but this is a video package of Cody and what led up to this match. How he suffered the 10 lashes, and he had to go through. I can't remember who the first person he had to go through was, but then this is the last of it. So this is number 3, which is the steel cage, and it's also to note Wardlow's first match in AEW, first match in the ring, essentially.
He looked pretty good, though. He really does.
Cody could have won sooner. You want to know how? Sure. If Arn Anderson pulled out the Glock. This was before the Glock.
Yeah.
This was before the Glock. This was before the Glock statement. So we didn't know that Arn Anderson had a Glock, and that Arn Anderson was a weapon. A walking weapon. To steal a phrase from a certain TNA wrestler.
Or Arn's got a great wrestling career. You know,
he really does.
Yeah.
He does. We get some. It's a great video package to showcase how we got to this point. We then go to the obvious of the match, which is showing. No, I'm not. What am I doing? We've got. At one point, we get Cody just bleeding, getting his face ripped open by Wardlow. There was one still I wanted, but I couldn't get, and that's when Cody's hanging upside down. He's hanging upside down in between the ring and the steel cage, and Wardlow's just pulling the cage back and forth. It looks amazing, and it looked amazing on TV. Arn Alexander. Fuck. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. It looked amazing on TV. Cody being hanging upside down and just hanging there. As I said, Cody does get his head split open via the cage. Arn, at one point, another still that I wanted but couldn't get, we get Arn Anderson hitting MJF with the door of the cage, because Arn Anderson is being taunted by MJF to hit Cody with the door. He's like, you want to do it, just do it, hit him, and then he hits MJF with it. So
yeah.
We also get Brandy hitting MJF with a chair.
It's a kendo stick, isn't it?
Is it a kendo?
No, I think it's a chair. You're right. It is a chair. I thought it was a kendo stick, but chair.
Yeah.
Right.
As MJF is trying to climb the cage for some reason. The biggest moment in this match is obviously this one that I'm about to pull up right now. The insane fucking moonsault off the top of the cage.
It's really insane.
He literally climbs up, not even up there for like a minute. No real posing to the crowd. He just climbs up, gets up, and then just fucking does the moonsault off the top. Now, you got to give Wardlow credit here, because this is Wardlow's first match. He's got to catch Cody coming from the top of the damn cage.
Yep.
And he's also got to take the bump as well. He has to take that bump as well.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh God, he didn't rotate enough, and by God, he spiked himself into the mat. He did. Cody actually did spike himself into the mat.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't land flush. He doesn't land properly, and obviously, Wardlow can't just straight up catch him and have him land on him, because that's just going to end up killing Wardlow. So
Cody almost messed up with that moonsault at the end, didn't he? He almost did.
Yeah. That spot alone is what has caused a lot of memory for this match. Like, that spot alone is the reason that a lot of people remember this match. It wasn't just because it was the first cage. It was because Cody took that insane fucking dive off the top.
No, Wardlow didn't get enough credit though for catching Cody. A lot of people don't give him that.
Wardlow deserves a ton of credit for being in his first official AEW match and being able to catch him in that spot. There's been guys who've done this shit for years and still can't catch someone.
Mm-hmm.
Look at the fact that you had bloody The Undertaker almost snap his neck because a guy a cameraman, but we all know it was a wrestler's son, didn't get into position in enough time to catch him.
Mm-hmm.
Look at the fact of when AJ Styles put the Styles Clash onto James Ellsworth. James Ellsworth did the traditional thing, tucking his head.
Mm-hmm.
And if it wasn't for AJ noticing, James Ellsworth's neck would have been broken.
Yeah.
Because usually in wrestling, especially with a move like that, the idea is tuck your head. But on that move, it's the opposite. It's put your head back so that you don't land and snap your neck.
What a jabroni, James Ellsworth.
But in all fairness,
other than that, yeah,
AJ Styles saved him that night. Absolutely saved him that night. There's the night where Chris Jericho saved bloody Park, because Park broke his ankle in AEW as Neville, and ended the match because Park broke his ankle during the match. And Jericho was like, "Nope, we're getting out of here now. We're stopping the match." Like, he ended up getting the disqualification because of it. Like, there's so many things that have happened, and that you need to give credit to those wrestlers. And Wardlow is definitely one of those people who deserves the credit for this. He could have let Cody land just thud without trying to stop him, but he actually got him and saved him. So it was very, very lucky.
Yep, very lucky.
You know what's funny?
What's that?
I said it was a stacked show, but that's the end of the show.
Yeah.
Like, it was, yeah. Like I said, like Alex says, he could have done the Joe and just walked away.
Yeah, he did a cross. Other people were trying to do the crossbody, and all Joe did just.
Yeah. Although John Cruz is still the most epic moment with that. The John Cruz moment.
Speaking of that, now I laughed my head off when Joe wrestled some guy after I guess an enhanced talent.
Yeah,
he's doing the crossbody, and Joe walked away, and the guy go, "What the hell?"
Yeah, that's John Cruz. The guy's name is John Cruz. He was on Collision this past week, and he faced the House of Black.
No.
Was it Collision or was it Battle of the Belts? One of the two. But yeah, he was on one of those two. And yeah, I know the segment you're walking. The segment or the one picture that you're... Give me a sec.
No problem, buddy. Man, I'll be happy election day is over with. All this election. Oh, I've seen commercials all day.
Give it time. It'll happen. It'll happen.
Quit watching the news. Sorry, I love wrestling rant.
This is the guy you're talking about.
Yeah. What the hell?
It was amazing, and it was a moment. It was an absolute moment. It deserves it. It would have been funny if he got hit with the Black Mass by Malachi and he just did the shoulder shrug thing off. It would be. Look, this show in total was a good show. It was a solid. What would you rate this out of 5?
I would say 3.5 out of 5. I think that was a better show than the last one we did.
Yeah. Just make it a gimmick. He really should. It would be brilliant. He would get so over just by making that a gimmick. So that's the end of that show. We obviously picked that one because it was the cage match.
Yeah. I think winter's coming this Friday, right?
Yeah. Next, well, for us in the Discord, it is on the Friday. Yes, that is correct. We will be watching Winter is Coming, AEW 5-year review, episode 49 of 2020, with obviously all of these people actually on the show. So there may be some people you see here that aren't on the show, but they were all on that episode, surprisingly.
Well, if anybody in the chat's got some suggestions for us to watch, bring them in, bring them on,
I didn't see Cody do a shoulder shrug. I'm going to pump it down. Yeah, if you have any suggestions on episodes that you want to see, anything that you think that we should watch, definitely leave it in the chat, leave it in the comments. We're more than happy to go over and pick out what we...
Or if you join RAZ's Discord, send them a message.
Yep, hit us up in the Discord. There's the Discord link if you want to join. We will be back here next week for the Winter is Coming 2020 episode. Obviously, it is the debut of Sting. And it is
Shivani going,
and it is just after Halloween, and Stephen has promised me that he will dress up as the Shockmaster.
No comment.
Stephen will dress up as the Shockmaster. I will dress up as myself. Or
hey,
I
need Anthony to be Jack Black, and I'll be the other guy. I'll be Tenacious D.
There you go. There you go. You can be Kyle Gass. He can be Jack Black. Yep. Look, if someone drops some money into my bank account, I'll dress up as Sting. I'll come dressed as Sting. But you have to drop some money into my bank account.
I haven't worn a Halloween costume in years, to tell you the truth.
It's all good. But yes, next week, Winter is Coming episode. So it will be the 5-year episode 49 of 2020. It's December 3rd, 2020. If you're wanting to watch it, you can join the Discord. We will be watching it on Friday night. Thursday night we'll be watching it. Friday night we'll be reviewing it. And once again, that is a completely separate time zone. So that is Thursday night, 9:30 p.m. Central Time, 10:30 p.m. Eastern Time, 1:30 p.m. on Friday, Australian Eastern Daylight Time, and 3:30 p.m. 3:30 a.m. Friday in the UK.
And then we'll be back. We don't have any UK viewers, so you might as well just.
And then you never know, Stephen. You never know.
That's true. We never know. Yeah.
So that's the day that we're watching it in the Discord. Now, the day that we'll actually be back on YouTube will be Friday night, 9:30 p.m. Central Time, 10:30 p.m. Eastern. Saturday 1:30 p.m. Australian Eastern Daylight Time, and Saturday 3:30 a.m. UK.
Man, just say that 10 times faster, Raz.
Fuck no. Fuck no. I would rather not. Imagine that one guy, UK guy just immediately dips after that. Look, I made friends with people when I was in the UK, so I do have to take consideration for them while I'm on YouTube. So they may not see this. They may not see this live, but they will hopefully watch it. And if they watch it back, it's a great thing. So.
Mm-hmm.
But once again, we are done here for the day. Yes, you do. Oh, you have friends in Ohio? I feel for you.
We're at Ohio, mind by asking.
Oh.
I got a lot of family in Ohio.
Steven's going to hunt them down. You ain't going to have any friends in Ohio.
Believe it or not, I was born and raised in Ohio, so I'm one, so I wasn't lived all my life there though, but
you ain't going to have any friends in Ohio because Steven's going to hunt them down. So.
I don't have any friends in Ohio. Since I'm a Michigan fan, you can't stay in Ohio State.
That's fair enough. That is fair enough. We are going to get out of here. Yeah. It's been a pleasure having you here, everyone. Thank you, Jake. Thank you, Baby J. Alex, as always, thank you for being my one Twitch follower that follows me and goes live on or interacts on my
there, Alex.
But then we lose Twitch.
Oh, well, never mind then.
Like him being on Twitch and being the one person, it might bring someone else in to watch it. So you never know.
You never know. That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Alex has some friends who love Michigan, which is why we say Ohio isn't a place. There you go.
There you go.
We are going to get out of here.
Right.
That is Steven. I am Raz. This has been the AEW 5-year review for Dynamite 2020 episode 8. Once again, next week you will see us doing Winter is Coming. And Alex, yes, bring people along, get them to interact, get them to have fun and join us. That way we can push this out. And
also we'll see you guys on Wednesday for the Dynamite post show.
Yes, we will. We will be back doing the Dynamite post show next week on Wednesday night. A Fright Night. What are you going to dress up as? Uncle Fester?
You're looking at him.
You're not going to be Uncle Fester?
No.
Just all you need is a light bulb.
Nah.
Fair enough.
Butterbean. Oh, Alex. Hey, I got hair, so there's no way I could be Butterbean, okay?
Butterbean had hair. Butterbean had hair.
Doesn't.
He had hair. So there's potential there. All we need is you to wear those the boxing shorts.
Lord have mercy.
This will become an R-rated stream very, very quickly if that's
and no
the case.
shirt. Heck no.
Once again, I have been Raz. That has been Steven. We appreciate everyone being here. Thank you. We will see you next week. If you like what you see, click that subscribe button, click that like button, and follow us on all social media, on Instagram, TikTok, here on YouTube, on Twitch, wherever you find us, follow us.